With having the mindset and the expectations that things are going to go smooth, our journey often starts off being just feeling, really good. We feel really optimistic because we just think it's going to happen to us this month, and we're just generally so happy and overjoyed. But as the journey continues, especially if it's kind of dragged out, we're talking going into 6 months, like where I'm at, and going into a year, the journey kind of becomes somewhat of a drag. Hi guys, welcome back to the Zebra Tribe. So today I wanted to do kind of like an interesting video talking about the TTCing reality versus expectations, because I feel like the journey is just not what it's expected to be, and I just thought it would make for a good video. So if you guys want to hear what I'm talking about, continue watching, and also don't forget to give today's video a big thumbs up, as it does help with our channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new, so you can keep up to date with our videos. If you guys are new, my name is Sarah and I am currently TTCing. It's been about 6 months, and I do have my own personal channel where I do a lot more of this TTC stuff. So my channel will be linked in the description box below. But let's get on with the video. I thought this would make for a good topic, interesting, especially since this is kind of like my first real round of TTCing. I've explained this before in certain videos, but if you're new, I've had a tubal reversal. I've since had a baby, and we're currently TTCing for our second baby, second tubal reversal baby. That said, it's been 5 months. Actually, I'm currently in month 6. We don't know the results of this yet, so stay tuned for my upcoming pregnancy test, because I do post them on here as well. Kind of bounce back between the channels, so I'm not saturating it all, you know what I mean? Yes, so I will have some tests coming up, and we will see if this is the month or not. As for now, I want to share the journey and just how it's been for me, and I guess just my expectations versus reality, especially after having the reversal. I think I was so spoiled the first time around with the fact that I got pregnant immediately following my surgery that in my mind, I kept anticipating that it would happen pretty quickly when we started trying. The first time though, when after having my surgery, only knowing that they could only correct one tube, I was just so like, I was just kind of panicked that, oh my gosh, what if it doesn't work? And it so happens that it worked immediately. But here we are now when I'm trying for baby number 2 after my reversal, and it's taken 6 months. This is the longest it's ever taken us to conceive. It's always been pretty easy, and I'm so thankful for that. But this is like the real deal right now. I'm really experiencing what some women really go through when they are actively trying to TTC. It's an ongoing battle. It's not easy, and it's a tough journey. I think the expectations these days is like, when you're ready to conceive, you're ready to expand your family. It's like, okay, we're going to TTC, and the expectations is that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen pretty darn fast. Okay, even if we don't think it's going to happen super fast, we're thinking it's going to happen, but it won't take that long. And won't take that long to me is like, okay, maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe even 3 months. But I never would have thought that I would be in month 6 and trying. So it's the expectations are definitely different than the reality. The reality is it's been 6 months of trying, and it's been 6 months of trying various things. I have gone ahead and made another video that I will leave in the description box below. It's posted on my personal channel, and it's called 7 things that I've been trying that while TTCing that just have not worked. So check out that video if you're interested. But yeah, it's just like it's an ongoing battle of trying numerous things that may or may not work, or just have not worked. In my case so far, I don't know if it's just they just don't work, or if it's just they bounce, I have other factors that they kind of play off of, and they're just not working out right now because of those other factors. I don't know. Yeah, if you're curious to know what they are, you can check that out. I'm still remaining optimistic, and like I mentioned, I keep mentioning over and over, and I hope you don't get sick and tired of hearing it, but I don't get sick and tired of sharing it, that good things come to those who wait, and if it's meant to be, it is meant to be. And if the Lord wants to bless me in this way, He will. And I know this exercising patience has been a blessing in a sense, because it just teaches you to wait. And when the reward comes, it's even more worth the wait, because it's not just like at the drop of a dime, you just get what you want. That's what this journey has been teaching me. It teaches me to appreciate everything that I have. It teaches me to be thankful and live in the moment, like enjoy all that I have now. And so the idea of just having a baby, these like it's not just to have a baby, it's to have another child. It's an addition to my family. So my toddler is just as important and is really important in this process. So I have her in the current moment to just cater to in the midst of this journey, and to not lose sight of just all my other blessings, including my older children. With having the mindset and the expectations that things are going to go smooth, our journey often starts off being just feeling, really good. We feel really optimistic because we just think it's going to happen to us this month, and we're just generally so happy and overjoyed. But as the journey continues, especially if it's kind of dragged out, we're talking going into 6 months, like where I'm at, and going into a year and longer, because I know many of you guys have shared that you've been at TTCing longer. The journey kind of becomes somewhat of a drag. So throughout it, so many things can happen where you get down and out and depressed and just feeling overwhelmed, and just a whole bunch of different things, and you lose sight, lose hope. Yeah, because it's just not what we expected. And that's like a sad reality for many women who TTC. It's not easy. And that's why I wanted to shed light on this, to kind of share my journey too, and saying that you're not alone. There's something to be said about having this community where there are a whole bunch of us that, look out for each other, and to just share our story too, and letting each other know that we're not alone. And I think it's good to show support and just being optimistic for ourselves that it will happen, though, as well as for others that are actively trying to conceive as well, because encouragement can open one's eyes. Encouragement can lift one's spirit, and sometimes that's all that we need, is just a little boost. I find like just support in general is really good, and lifting one's spirit could do a ton, because they could have been just down here, and you said some encouraging words and you gave them hope once again, and their spirits are lifted and changed, which does wonders with your body as well. As humans, we just anticipate things happening, and we are very impatient folks. We don't want to wait for things, and to have to wait for this thing that we are dreaming about, whether it's to start our family, to just have a baby, just to bless our partner, whatever it is that we're thinking that we want to do. We want to bless our parents with grandchildren, just all these things. And sometimes it just doesn't play in our favor. But I think it's important to just share something positive at the very end of this. I've shared my little story, and my story is just like a speck. It's not even irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, of stories that people have shared. But I've read amazing stories of women who've been trying to conceive for years on end, 5 years, 10 years, and out of the blue just miraculously conceive. And I feel like if that's not God, and if that's not hope, and if it's not a dream come true, I don't know what is. So I hope that little bit of a story, it's not really a story because it's not lengthy, can give you hope, because it's important to have it. And when all else fails, just be thankful for life. You've got it. Be thankful for those around you that you know and love. Be thankful for your spouse. Be thankful for health. Be thankful. And I really, really feel being thankful, gratitude is so important on your journey, because if you're not thankful for all the things that you have, it's going to be very hard to be thankful for what's to come. I know that sounds stupid, because I know there are people out there that can, maybe you just, I don't know, there are people who get pregnant just like that, and they're happy they have their kids, and they're great moms, and they're great this, and I get that. But I'm talking about, in the cases where you really are actively trying to, like, it's important to have gratitude for the things that we have in our lives, because those things are important. And I can't be focusing on in a future kid if I'm not thankful for the ones I currently have, because they're all a blessing and we're forever thankful for each of them. But in order to have another and to be, that can add to our family and to be, um, I don't know, just warm our hearts again, it's important that we are thankful first for all that we have, because it is, we're blessed and we all have blessings in different ways. I don't know what God's plan is for you. I don't know if what his plan is entire. I don't know what his plan is for me. But despite the hardness of the journey, despite the downfalls, and despite the hard road, despite the glimmer or lack thereof of any form of hope in the future, be thankful and don't lose hope. I know it's easier said than done, but don't lose hope, because you might be surprised. You might be very, very surprised, and things can just happen when you least expect it, as they have for many women, and as I hope it will happen for me. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. This was actually a really nice video to make. I didn't, I'm sure there's a lot of things that I miss. I am not perfect. I just wanted to touch base on some of these things, and I just like to talk from my heart and just share. I could plan out these videos to a T if I really wanted to, but I really like to feel connected to you guys, and I really like to just speak from my heart, because that's where the passion comes from, and the passion for making these videos, and to just share, where I'm coming from, have a true heart to heart. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and definitely stay tuned for my live pregnancy tests, as they will be coming up, and hopefully it will be my month, and hopefully it'll be yours. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Sorry, I feel like I said that all so backwards, but I'm gonna stop talking, and bye y'all.